We're taking a trolley ride on the tram, Chicago Toy Show. That Sunman. It's a foreign.
Oh, this is now it's cool.
Chef Boyardee Skeletor.
Yeah,
wow.
It's Batman knockoff. It is.
Dino Turtles.
Okay, they're on.
Wow.
I'm gonna give you a big one so you don't have to like. I got a big one.
Got an Eternia. Right on Battle Cat. Right next to a flag. That's not right. Yeah, see, $50. How much did I just buy one for? Real cheap.
Is yours original?
You have any Star Wars vehicle parts anyway?
If I did, they're in that bag.
Okay. I need a wing gun for a B-wing. Just one.
It's a tough piece.
It's a limited edition. I buy it too.
2 gray skulls, 2 snake mountains. Wow. Some little kittles for my mom. Bossy Holly. Good one. Here's the lunchbox that I've seen the thermos of at the antique shop at Shano. That I didn't even know what it was. It's one of my grails. Brontosaurus. I know, look at that sucker.
The original Godzilla.
We've got a bonus toy hunt for you. We found an Ollie's. Ooh, we got this Jurassic Park Transformer for my son for his birthday.
Is this the car and the Dilophosaurus transform into Transformers? He died.
Bunch of Marvel Legends. More recent movie stuff. Tons of Captain Carter, What Ifs. And then some Black Series. Mission Fleet. Some Marvel Legends. Got Eternals. Doctor Strange. Some more Black Series. Retros. Lots of Bo-Katan. Alright, we're back from the Chicago Toy Show and back in the Toy Cave. As you can see, I didn't get a lot of footage. I had a whole plan ahead of time that I was going to focus in on some really cool items and talk about them instead of just scanning tables like I usually do, but I got super distracted. This is the biggest Chicago Toy Show I've ever been to. They opened up a new building with 2 rooms way in the back of the park, and they even had a trolley there at the entrance to take you back there. Could even get in a half hour early if you took the trolley back to the new building. So there was over 1,000 tables this time. Absolutely packed. It was a lot easier to get around through the crowds. I think opening up another building really opened up some space and spread people out. It was fantastic. Found some really good things, so let's go check them out. All right, we're gonna start out my haul with some modern things. Yes, some modern things. I usually don't buy modern, but there are a few items I do collect, and one of those things is Black Series Troopers. I have a whole shelving unit full of Black Series Troopers. I like the way that all the different armor variations look all together. This is the Artillery Stormtrooper as seen in Season 2 of The Mandalorian. It's a figure I missed out on because I did not know it was an Amazon exclusive, so I was casually looking for this on the shelves in the stores and never found it. By the time I did a little research and found out it was Amazon exclusive, it wasn't available anymore. But I found a vendor that was selling these for $15, which is $10 cheaper than they were sold on Amazon. So I ended up winning in the end here, getting this pretty cheap. And now I have another trooper for the shelf. And then the thing I currently collect of modern are the retro figures. These are the ones that are made to look like the vintage figures, so I like mixing them in to flesh out my displays I have. So I grabbed Grogu here, or the Child as he was known when this figure came out. I have most of this wave, so I was missing Grogu, and I was missing Queel here. And so for really cheap at the show, I ended up picking these both up. And then on our trip to Ollie's, I just grabbed a couple more. I got the Mandalorian version of Boba Fett here, where he's wearing the MC Hammer pants. And also Reva from Obi-Wan. Not my favorite, but kind of like the figure with the double-sided lightsaber. Okay, let's get into some vintage Star Wars. If you watch this channel, you know I'm a cheapskate. I like to find things at the bottom of a box. I like to dig deep and get things cheap. I work in retail, don't have a lot of money to spend, but vintage Star Wars figures is one of the things I've been splurging on. So trying to complete that last 17 of the Star Wars figures is expensive. And front and center here, we have a Man-O-Man. The most money I've ever spent on a vintage Star Wars figure thus far. But he was $100 cheaper at this vendor than any other vendor I found him at the show. So I had to pull the trigger before these things go up or before I can't find a deal like that anymore. This example is in beautiful condition. His staff has very little paint loss. His joints are tight. His color is good. Had to get him, but like I said, most expensive thing I bought today and possibly ever at the toy show. We'll put him back here. Then I picked up this complete Snow Trooper. I'm trying to upgrade some of the figures I've had for a while, and I don't have a Snow Trooper with the skirt, so I got this one complete with his Kamar skirt here. He is beautiful white, no paint loss, really nice with his gun and everything. I picked him up from one of my favorite vendors, a couple from Wisconsin, from Janesville, Wisconsin. The woman goes as Ann J on all the toy groups on Facebook. I can't quite remember what her husband's name was, but he hooked me up. He said if I bought this, I could have these two that were in a $5 bin for free. So it was buy one, get two free. And so I also got a really nice, clean Snaggletooth and a very clean Rebel Hoth soldier for my Hoth display. And I also grabbed a cheap Biker Scout. I'm working on a new Endor display. I've got 2 Ewok villages that I'm trying to combine into a whole display. So I grabbed him for a couple bucks. Then we get into some Star Wars parts that I got from 3 different vendors. From one vendor that I got most of my other parts you'll see later. I grabbed this AT-AT driver rifle. From another vendor, I got a Bib Fortuna staff. One of the first 5 figures I ever got when I started collecting vintage. Finally got a staff for him. And then I got a Luke Bespin sword. If you look in the middle of the hilt, there is a bite mark. But once his hand's on there, you won't notice. And that's why I got this for like a fifth of its going price. Then from G.I. Jason, I grabbed some other Star Wars parts. I got another cannon for one of my X-Wings, trying to get cannons for my 2 X-Wings that are missing cannons. And I got 2 different railings for the Ewok Village, once again, for my new Endor display I'm working on. And then I got the ramp and the top window for a Millennium Falcon. I have a beater Millennium Falcon that I'm just trying to complete the outside parts and hang from the ceiling in my Star Wars area. It's time for a whole lot of G.I. Joe. So the first building that the trolley dropped us off at, I found a vendor selling G.I. Joe stuff incredibly cheap, really good deals, and really nice figures. So I got from him this Outback. He's got a teeny tiny flashlight and everything. He's complete, except the strap on his rifle is broken off. And he even came with his file card. And you know these Outbacks in about this condition, probably 50 bucks. Got this for 15. And then I got also from that vendor a Cobra bat. He's got his hand and 2 attachments. He's missing 1 attachment and the lenticular. But for 10 bucks, each one of those parts sells for 10 bucks. And this was another great deal from him. And then I got this version 2 of Stalker. He's got his rifle, his mask, his kayak with the gun, and the kayak paddle. It's missing, I believe, his knife and the little balance thing for the kayak. But that's okay. Another cool figure I've always wanted. And then I got a big boa. He's got his hose and his punching bag. He's missing one of his gloves, but really it's the hose and parts of the punching bag I tend to see missing from this figure. So it shouldn't be too hard to find his other glove. But this figure also came with file card. And not only that, an entire card back. Don't ask me why. The figure came with two. So yeah, 2 file cards. And if you look on the back of them, you can see that this one had the promo to get a free fridge figure. And this one had the promo for the free Super Troopers. So they are a little different. And then from that vendor, I also grabbed a Crocmaster. Shocking, I know. I'm army building this guy. This one came with his whip, Croc with a leash, and a bonus, 2 more Crocs. Yes, he came with 3 Crocs. I don't know why, but I'm not going to complain for the price I paid for him. And I also grabbed a Lampreys. His strap is also broken off of his gun, but I don't care. He's just going to be driving one of my hydrofoils. That's it from that vendor. And then shortly after that, I found another Crocmaster for cheap. And I think you know why I got this guy. He didn't come with any accessories except the hose. The infamous hose. One of those small G.I. Joe parts, just like the microphones, that's always missing. For some reason, they gave this hose that goes in his mouth and attaches to his shoulder, so you turn his head and the hose pops out. Easily missing piece, so I grabbed that just for the hose. And then the last Joe I got here is Toll Booth. I've had a bridge layer with the box and with Toll Booth Sledgehammer for about 2 years now. Never had a Toll Booth, so now I completed that set. And then here in the back, these were $10 each, sealed 1994 G.I. Joe commemorative figures. So we have your Action Marine here. Look inside, there's a whole little bio about the 1964 Action Marine. And then you have a 3 3/4 inch scale version with weapons, a launcher, backpack, and a raft. And then also the Action Pilot. Another cool figure, same situation. He comes with a parachute, modeled to look like the 1964 figure, but in 3 3/4 once again. And then here's my favorite, because of nostalgia. You've got the Action Sailor. I got this commemorative Action Sailor figure when I was a kid, and for Christmas of '94. This figure and the 3 aliens from '94 were my last G.I. Joes I ever received as a child when I was 12 years old. So this one has always been kind of special to me. And then I got a whole bunch of G.I. Joe parts too. I've got 3 parts for the Rattler. If you remember, at an estate sale, I found a Rattler missing a bunch of parts. I'm trying to complete it. I picked these up from G.I. Jason. I got some flippers here. I thought they were the same set of flippers, but this one appears to be for Undertow, and this one is for Eels version 2. Toxo Viper backpack. Scoop helmet. Ripper's rifle. Televiper scanner, gun, hairdryer, whatever the heck this thing is. Part of one of the pack rats. I'm missing 2 of these on my pack rat. A Blizzard pistol, and another missile for the Silver Mirage. And here's a little bonus I got for free. 2 G.I. Joe Hall of Fame stands were in a box. One of my Hall of Fame figures doesn't have a stand. She said these were free, so I grabbed 2 of them. Here's everything I picked up that wasn't G.I. Joe or Star Wars. Starting back here, we have from She-Ra. This is Imtrapta. We found her rattling around a bin of miscellaneous figures for cheap. She's got chrome legs and arms and chest, and it's really nice shape. None of it seems to be worn. The paint's still good. We've really got to work on her hair yet. She's supposed to have 2 braids that are all twisty. I'll probably be able to do that, but she needs a good washing and a good combing first. And then Masters of the Universe, we've got Orko here. My Orko is missing his hat. This one comes with the hat and the zip cord. So he was half price at the end of the day at a stand. So I thought I'd grab him just so that I have an upgrade to my Orko I already have. Then in the back here we have an Alien Queen from Kenner. She's got some features. Squeeze the back of her head and the little interior mouth shoots out. And then this button in the back makes her whip her tail. These aren't very expensive. The only reason I got this is because when I was buying that a man for ridiculous amounts of money, I would feel better if I bundled it with something. So when I was buying it, I'm like, can you please throw in this Alien Queen for free? And he said, yeah, I can do that. And then I got a Kenner Jurassic Park Raptor here. On my army build these. I'm not entirely sure why, but as a kid, I think this is the only toy. I had two of the same toy. So maybe I'm just continuing the army building from when I was a child. And then my wife bought this for herself. Here's a little Smurf. He's using a mushroom as an umbrella. I haven't seen this one before. She thought he was cute, so we got him. And then the rest are some parts I got from that guy that I bought a big pile of parts from. These are the legs for Spikor, my Masters of the Universe. I have a Spikor that is missing legs, so oddly enough, a pair of legs was found. And then I also have Spikor's club. For the Transformers Pretender's Chain Claw, I've got his helmet. I just gave one of my friends who's a Transformers collector a Chain Claw because I had two of them, but I kept my helmet, and he doesn't have a helmet, I don't think. So Simon, if you're watching, let me know in the comments if you need a helmet for that Chain Claw, because I got you. Then from TMNT, for the Foot Soldier, we got a Shell Biter. I always need Foot Soldier accessories, because that's another one of those generic baddies that you got to army build, so I got an extra Foot Soldier that needs that. Then for the TMNT foot ski, this is the little front panel that a missile goes in. It's the only part beside the missile that goes in it that I'm missing for my foot ski, so I got that. Then I got the little crab that goes on the surfboard for Sewer Surfing Mike. That completes that figure for me. This is a little egg rattle thing for Jim Henson's Dinosaurs Baby. I have all the Jim Henson dinosaurs from when I was a kid. I'm pretty sure my mom threw out all of their accessories when I had kids, because my kids was playing with that bag of toys, and hello, alien. Anyway, my kids were playing with that bag of toys at their house, and I think she took out all the small parts and either lost them or threw them away. So my baby doesn't have a rattle, so now I got a rattle for him. And this last thing is pretty neat here. These are the gun tips to, I'm not sure exactly which Dino Rider, but some Dino Rider. All the gun tips still on the original sprue. I will not take these off. These are going to go in my Dino Riders collection just like this. Thought it was pretty cool. So that's everything I got at the October 2024 Chicago Toy Show. Sorry, like I said, I didn't get a lot of footage, but really the only way to experience how massive this toy show is to go yourself, and I highly recommend it. Don't forget to hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to the Toy Cave for more toy hunts and toy content. Thanks for watching.